will we see tomorrow morning if this stuff were to pass tonight?
Absolutely nothing, because if the moratorium passes, it's going to be crickets for a while.
Now to growing Nashville, the future of the proposed data center that wants to go in next to the Nashville Zoo remains uncertain at this hour. Now this, as Metro Council is right now taking up a couple of data center regulation bills, while Nashville's mayor tries to use eminent domain to seize the property right next to the zoo, and that plan has to go through council, and it is continuing to move forward.
Fox 17 News' Madeline Nolan is live outside the Metro Council chamber downtown, where there are still a lot of questions about what happens next with this data center.
Yes, Kelly, Scott, and as the council does continue their discussions on these data center regulations, I do want to point out that we have discovered or obtained this new deed that does tell us that DC BLOX has confirmed that purchase of $23 million in that property that is right next to the Nashville Zoo. Now, on top of this, even with that sale finalized, it still doesn't mean, whether or not these bills pass, that project is off the table.
New data center regulations, a temporary moratorium, and the mayor's eminent domain plan. All of this to block a 69,000 square foot data center from operating next to Nashville Zoo. The zoo says this could put its protected animals at risk.
If these bills were to pass, would it have any effect on the DC BLOX proposed project next to the zoo?
Well, certainly the moratorium would. It would put a pause on all development, and so that is very important to get passed. The text amendment, which is 1391, that has garnered so much attention, probably not, just because they started that process well before we filed 1391.
Metro Councilmember Courtney Johnston says even if the regulations don't apply to this project, the pending permit appeals and even the mayor's eminent domain effort could play a role in what happens next.
We're certainly throwing everything we've got at them, for certain, which is refreshing to see us all on the same page, actually. I think eminent domain is a bold move. And so I do have some concerns about it.
Meanwhile, the mayor's office told Fox 17 News the goal has not changed, saying Metro remains focused on acquiring the property for public use while looking forward to passage of the data center legislation and the next step in the condemnation process. DC BLOX declined to comment.
So while these bills, of course, could shape how data centers move forward in Davidson County after they are passed, or if they are passed, whether they change exactly how this DC BLOX project is going to look in the future, well, that might just be up to the courts. Reporting live here at the Metro Courthouse, I'm Madeline Nolan, Fox 17 News, your Code Red Station.